In 2016, a classified test flight over the Mojave Desert shocked even senior Air Force officials. A jet, never seen by the public, flew faster, farther, and deadlier than anything the U.S. had ever put in the air. This wasn't science fiction. It was the first glimpse of the NGAD, the next-generation air dominance fighter, America's sixth-generation war machine. And it's designed to crush anything in the sky, including America's own F22 and F35. Air superiority is not just an advantage. It's the first domino in modern warfare. Whoever owns the sky controls the battlefield. The F-22 Raptor and F-35 Lightning II have been America's crown jewels for decades, unmatched by rivals. But adversaries aren't standing still. China's J-20 and Russia's Su-57 are already pushing into fifth-generation territory, and hypersonic missiles threaten to close the gap. That's why the U.S. isn't just building a better fighter, it's building a whole new way of fighting. The NGAD is not a single jet, it's a system of systems. Imagine a manned stealth fighter controlling a swarm of unmanned drones, all linked by AI, striking targets hundreds of miles away before the enemy even knows they're there. The Air Force calls it collaborative combat aircraft. We're talking about fighters with variable cycle engines that can switch between high-speed dash and long-endurance cruise on the fly, adaptive stealth coatings that repair themselves mid-mission, and sensor networks so advanced they can spot threats long before radar warnings go off. This isn't just about flying faster. It's about making the pilot the commander of an airborne army. When it entered service in 2005, the F-22 Raptor was untouchable. Twin Pratt & Whitney F-119 engines gave it super cruise, flying supersonic without afterburners. Thrust vectoring nozzles made it turn inside almost anything, and its stealth design meant most enemies wouldn't see it until they were already in its sights. The Raptor wasn't just an aircraft, it was a statement. The U.S. owns the skies. But there's a problem. The F-22's production ended in 2012 at just 187 units. That's like having the world's best sword, but only a handful of them in the armory. If the F-22 was built to dominate the sky, the F-35 was built to dominate the battlefield. Three variants: Air Force's F-35, Marine Corps Short Takeoff F-35B, and Navy's carrier-capable F-35C. Mean it can operate from almost anywhere. Its sensor fusion is unmatched, turning the cockpit into a 360-degree data hub, feeding information to ships, ground forces, and other aircraft in real time. It's not the fastest or the most agile, but in modern warfare, the pilot who sees first often wins. With over 900 units built, and allies like the UK, Japan, and Australia flying it, the F-35 is the most widely deployed stealth fighter in history. So how does NGAD measure up against America's current titans? Let's break it down. Stealth, F-22 and F-35 both lead the world, but NGAD's adaptive coatings and AI-managed signatures mean it can change its radar profile mid-flight. Speed and range. F-22's Super Cruise, Mach 1.8. F-35's, around Mach 1.6. NGAD, classified, but early leaks hint at Mach 2 plus Super Cruise with over twice the range of either jet. Sensor power. F-35 sensor fusion is the current gold standard. NGAD will take that data-sharing capability and extend it to drones, satellites, and ground forces seamlessly. Weapons. All three can carry beyond visual range missiles and precision-guided bombs. NGAD will likely debut next-gen hypersonic air-to-air weapons. Production cost, F-22 $50 million each. F-35 $80 million. NGAD, possibly $200 to $300 million per aircraft, if the budget holds. In short, the NGAD is meant to outclass the F-22 in air dominance and the F-35 in networked warfare. But there's a catch: cost and numbers. Will the Air Force be able to afford enough NGAD jets to make a difference? The jump from 5th to 6th generation isn't about bigger engines or sharper angles. It's about blending speed, stealth, sensors, and autonomy into one seamless package. NGAD is expected to fly alongside loyal wingman drones that can take the hit instead of the pilot. Its onboard AI can prioritize threats faster than human reflexes. And its open systems architecture means it can be upgraded in years, not decades. In military terms, it's like going from the iPhone 4 straight to the iPhone 15 Pro Max, except this one carries missiles. America's air dominance is being challenged for the first time in decades. China is churning out stealth fighters. Russia is betting on missile-heavy air defense systems, and conflicts are increasingly fought in contested airspace. NGAD isn't just about winning the next war. It's about making sure no enemy ever wants to start one. The U.S. strategy is clear. Make the skies so lethal to cross that it's not worth trying. The F-22 proved what a pure air dominance fighter could do. The F-35 showed that information can be as deadly as firepower. The NGAD will combine both and then push beyond. It's not just a new jet. It's the start of a new era of American air power. And when it finally steps into the daylight, the world will see exactly why the U.S. Air Force calls it the air dominance family of systems.